You are watching a presentation of Soccer Night in Detroit.
Big chance. Kirsten Williams
what a
makes
save.
a save. Durant again, looking for that through ball to
Great
Torrance.
ball, great.
Poking it with that
there
right
it is.
foot.
At this distance, you just want to sometimes just smash the thing.
Which is what she does, and it worked.
Good job.
We are here and getting ready for a star-studded, packed weekend of indoor soccer. The background, of course, is the Detroit City Fieldhouse, where all the action will be taking place in the MASLW playoffs as they come to the City Fieldhouse. It's gonna, and not there right now. They got a banquet going on tonight and all that stuff, but. Oh my God! Are you ready for some? Are you ready for a weekend filled with soccer?
Literally and figuratively, because to quote the late great David Bowie, the stars are coming out this weekend. Oh yeah.
And its stars of the MASLW definitely will be coming out this weekend. 4 games tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. or 4 games on Friday, beginning at 10 a.m. And of course, the semifinals are on Saturday, beginning at 3. The final on Sunday at 2 p.m. All at the Detroit City Fieldhouse. Tickets are available via Passage.com. You can watch all the action on the Detroit City FC YouTube page. All the games will be available for free, by the way. Yes, I'm calling you out, Columbus Eagles.
But they're not in, by the way.
Exactly. So, but yeah, we'll be, more than happy to, bring you all the coverage. And of course, we're going to be there all weekend long as far as the coverage goes. So look for episodes of Soccer Night in Detroit from the clubhouse Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In fact, we might double up. Who knows what we're going to do Saturday because we got a USO game as well.
You're right. We could do soccer night after the after hours Friday. Who knows?
Who knows at this point? Who knows at this point? I don't know. We shall see.
Keep us in the building. Come on. I have a schedule, You have a schedule, so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a full weekend of soccer. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't get a preview of all the action from one of the guys that are covering this fantastic tournament. One of the announcers and our close buddy, our good friend, Mr. David Dwaihy.
All right. Got the guy that my first interview.
What an honor. What an honor.
Yeah, from Detroit City. And it comes full circle.
Yep.
And now we're going to be talking about what's going on this weekend. Big weekend at City Fieldhouse with the MASLW tournament. You're going to be calling most of those games. Mm-hmm. Quite an honor, isn't it?
A big honor. And for me in particular, it's neat to be able to talk about the women that I've coached and worked with. And, I'm obviously a huge fan of everyone on the field when we play. So super excited to call those games. We're going to also put it out there that if the away teams have people, that want to hop on the broadcast because they've been doing it for them, we'll kind of play it by ear a little bit on Friday. But when our women are on, Ian and I will obviously,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, who do you see out of that whole group, of 8 that are involved in this tournament? Who do you see as, I wouldn't say dark horses, or I would say, who would you see as the favorites?
So for those who don't know, because we don't see them until now, the Iowa Demon Hawks have kind of become, from what I understand, they've gained a few players from the Chihuahua Savage team.
Yes, indeed, yes.
Didn't join the league this year, and so, I mean, that says it all. They're going to have a lot of quality.
I think they were in cahoots with each other because I
think they definitely.
Yeah, I was going to say Chihuahua was in the final last year, and I think they played. They didn't play Iowa in the semifinal. We ended up playing Iowa.
Right?
Yeah, we ended up beating Iowa in that semifinal. And needless to say, I mean, now that Savage is gone, a couple of those players filtered into that Iowa Demon Hawk system, and they've been ransacking the league.
Yeah, they've been very strong. So I think they're the number 1 seed as well. So they're probably the obvious choice as a favorite. Louisville, we played them twice. They're quality is undeniable. They're going to be really strong. That's a very
FC Berlin.
FC Berlin. And then the team that I actually thought was extremely impressive last year, and their back is I'm going to get the letters wrong, but it's like RSFC. They're from
RPIFC
from
Dallas.
Yeah. So that team was in the semifinal opposite us last year, and they gave Chihuahua Savage like a really good match.
Absolutely.
And
they were
that
the only
says a
team,
lot.
They were the only club to do that, as a matter of fact, all season long. In fact, I think they were the only team to beat them.
I think so too. And we would have loved another crack at them. I think, the first game they just shocked us. But bottom line, if that team was competing with them last year, they'll obviously be a force to be reckoned with as well.
Okay, hard question here. Do you think Detroit City's needs, shall we say, the division, we had FC Berlin. They were very competitive. Mm-hmm. Everybody else in the division, sans Indiana United going away and all that stuff. Is it feasible to have Detroit City in a very quality division like teams like Cincinnati or, Columbus for that matter?
Yeah, it almost happened this year where they just merged the North and the South. And the fact that they kept it was, I think, in recognition of the fact that there were still some pairings that were going to be in place. So we got to play Louisville twice, and we got to play Columbus twice. I think maybe next year they'll look at a model where even if they keep the North and South separate, they would have us play all 4 teams from the other division. I think for us it was a great experience this year because not only did we have great matches with Berlin and lost one, but we had a great little series with Louisville, lost one of those. We're actually coming into the playoffs a little bit battle tested, whereas last year I think we came in and that Chihuahua Savage game was the first game where we were up against it, and it's hard to adapt in the biggest game of the season when you're finally pushed. This year we'll come in a little more humble, a little more hungry, and hopefully it serves us well.
Yeah. As far as Danny Evans' tactic goes, she had to do a little bit of manipulating as far as it goes, in the last couple games to try to keep things a little bit more competitive, shall we say. Is it help? You think it's helping the girls in a big way?
Yeah, there's the preparation the team's been going through, it's not super, widely known, but they're upping their training regimen. They're going the last 3 weekends they've gone basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You see them if you're paying attention. They're doing fitness after the matches themselves. They're really geared up for this. I think they're peaking at the right time. I think we've got a very good squad available this weekend. Kira Carfanta will turn some heads. She hasn't actually played in a game for us yet, but she's been training with us all winter, and fortunately she's available. She played with the W League team at the end of last season. So we'll get a nice boost from her. I'm just really excited to see how we match up because I feel like we're coming into it as strong as possible. And the preparation from Danny and McKenna and Becky has been really, really well thought out, really well received from the women. And I think, they've done everything they can to give themselves the best chance.
So 4 games on Friday,
Yep.
2 games on Saturday, and of course the championship game on Sunday. It's going to be a long, fun weekend of soccer. $30 per day to get in at I believe it's passage.com.
Yeah, they put it out the last couple days, and the link's available. And for those who haven't heard, we'll play at 7 on Friday. And if we win, which we're really hoping is the case, we would play the 3:30 game on Saturday so that Detroit City FC supporters could watch the women live and then head up to the clubhouse and watch the men play on the TV.
No, me, I'll be in the clubhouse watching both games. You know that.
I'm surprised you're not going to hop in the car and drive to Indy.
Oh, heck no! I'll be there. I'll be there all weekend with y'all. So awesome. You know what? Awesome. It's gonna be a fun atmosphere at the City Clubhouse. Come if you can. If not, all the games will be available on YouTube via the Detroit City FC YouTube channel. Yep. And you can hear this guy. You can hear Ian as well. And like I said, it's going to be a great weekend of soccer, and looking forward to it.
Thanks so much. It was nice to talk with you again. I look forward to seeing you guys around, and thanks for all the support. And good luck to the women.
All right. We'll see you on Saturday. Or we'll see you this weekend.
See you tomorrow?
Yeah, see
Friday.
You.
What day is it? Tuesday.
Friday.
See you in 3 days.
Yeah, see you in a couple days.
Once again, we thank Dave Dwaihy for joining us. And, of course, that interview was recorded on Tuesday night following the Open Cup match at Legacy Center in Brighton. And, of course, he's going to be on the call along with Ian for the whole weekend down at the City Fieldhouse.
Mm-hmm. It is a star-studded from reading the winners, the first team, second team, and the major award that was handed out. Oh my God, there's a lot of stars here. A lot of stars.
Absolutely. Let's go through that. Let's go through the all major, the honorees here for the the first and second teams for both of first and second teams here. Allie Rowe, representing FC Berlin, led the league in points with 45 goals, or in points with 45 and goals with 27. Some of her best efforts came for big games, including a hat trick against Detroit City FC.
Yeah, over in Scarborough, Ontario.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes, and that was Detroit City's first loss in that. She brings her attacking instincts into the indoor game and continues to make an immediate impact. Her offensive production has translated seamlessly into the arena format, where she quickly emerged as one of the league's top scorers and playmakers during Berlin's debut season. So
she's a good one. She's a good one. But most of those goals were involved teams weaker, like Youngstown Nighthawks. Remember them? So, yeah, she's a great player.
I think Susserfuss was on their schedule as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the one thing we were talking, Dave and I were talking about, is, preparing for these, bigger teams and all that stuff. And, we talked about how Danny Evans was trying to, dictate the flow of play so that these games weren't as, shall we say, overly dominating or getting out of control and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, you can't, the lesser competition, and we talked about that having the better competition and all that stuff, as far as going into, like I said, obviously you have 5 divisions to deal with. You're going to have some scrubs.
Yeah.
In the long run. So, also on the team, Mia Hurt from Omaha, Queens. Hurt was outstanding for Omaha, who went into the final weekend before being the last team to be eliminated from a playoff spot. Appeared in 8 games, scoring 20 goals and adding 2 assists. Michaela Morgan of the ICT Aztecs, who are participating in this tournament, another player to watch. She led ICT with 23 points and a team-high 19 goals. Had a fine season last year, scoring 16 goals and had 6 assists. So we'll be seeing her. The goalkeeper is Taylor Tufts from Dallas RPFC. She was involved in the women's TST last year. She played
the soccer tournament, which is sort of like the soccer version of the basketball tournament you see on ESPN.
Which is pretty much the way arena soccer goes as well. So, she participated in that tournament. She was a first-team All-American at Dallas Baptist University. But this season she tied. Let's see. That's all I got on her. This season she tied for 3rd in league in goals with 19 and total points with 23. And goaltender Alejandra Tingiero of the Iowa Demon Hawks. Starting goaltender last year for the Chihuahua Savage. And, we're going to be talking heavily about that when we're talking about the Demon Hawks coming up.
One of 4 who came from the Chihuahua Savage found a home near the Muddy Bank of Dubuque, Iowa.
Yeah. Played in 17 career league games with 15 wins, allowed 6 goals in 2 playoff games last year.
Including goals in the championship game against us.
Yes. Had a 4-game streak in the middle of the season, which she gave up only 2 goals in each game. Ended with 5 2-goal games and one 1-goal game this season. So, and of course, where we were split as far as the goaltending is concerned. Months 3 goaltenders. Unfortunately, Allison Lapointe will not be part of the lineup for Detroit City due to her hand injury. But Becca Prisbalo and Kirsten Williams combined for the last 2 matches in which they ended up Yeah, I think they were both clean sheets, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, both clean sheets, and that was key with a major award, which we'll get to in just a minute.
Absolutely. So, and Aaron Torrance
Oh yeah,
named to the first team. What a
prop to
season
her.
she's had.
Oh yeah,
12 goals and 7 assists.
uh huh.
I mean,
We all thought it was. We all thought it was Kayla Anderson picking up the pace from last season, but dude,
Aaron Torrance has filled the gap real well.
yeah, in
So
that balanced scoring attack for DCFC.
absolutely, and a very balanced scoring attack that there. I mean, you see Kayla Addison scoring goals, Karina Medina, Hannah Krumza contributed. Everybody contributes on this DCFC squad,
Mm-hmm.
and which is
and they will be needed because, like I said, on that side of the bracket, oh brother,
the whole bracket's the cream of the crop, and we'll be talking about that. Let me briefly go. Let me briefly go through the second team. Emma Nicholson, she scored a couple goals for Louisville Triumph against us in in that complete series between the two squads.
A wonderful player, by the way, very wonderful player.
Susanna Silva from Atletico Monterrey. Dora Gallo from ICT Aztecs, Renee Wilson from the Tulsa FC Channel Cats, Andrea Gallegos from Iowa Demon Hawks, obviously another player from the Chihuahua system, and Courtney Burnett of Dallas RPFC. That is your second team.
That's the soccer player, not the singer.
Yes.
He is coming in May at the Majestic Theater, May 21st, by the way.
Okay.
The singer, not the soccer player.
Okay, then. The pop culture reference that we know, that we love and know from Steve, of course. The pop culture.
Thank you.
Yes, the pop culture king of Hamtramck. Anywho, we got to get to the like I said, we got to get to the teams. Obviously, I mean, four games tomorrow. We're just gonna basically break them down like we would like we would the shall we say the like we do a Fab Four for
and the women's indoor team. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, like we do for the regular, like we've been doing for the regular season here. So we'll start things off here. Let's go in order of the games that are being played. Iowa Demon Hawks taking on Texas Lone Star. Texas Lone Star finished. Let's see, they have the 8th spot in there. Iowa Demon Hawks, obviously, with the best record in the MASLW, and of course, we all know about the Demon Hawks.
I know, and you should thank the Demon Hawks last week. They prevented the Omaha Queen from getting that 8th and final playoff spot, losing their Saturday game. They didn't do the Sunday game because of bad weather, so they call it a forfeit. But yeah, Iowa Demon Hawks. Holy shit. This is a different Iowa team we saw last year. 4 of the players I mentioned came from the Chihuahua Chavez when they dropped out before you got Divya Gatto, big goal scorer. Mm-hmm. You got Andrea Gallo, also a big scorer, and Laura Tangur on the first team, and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Tenaro or Tenajero.
Yeah, Tenajero.
It's the first team goalkeeper. having trouble with some of these names. Don't mind me there. Castillo, Gallegos, Sens, Macias, and Ramos, your top goal scorers for the Demon Hawks. As far as Texas is concerned, Jordan Colbert, not Stephen Colbert, Jordan Colbert, your leading goal scorer. She had 14 points on the year with 10 goals. Pretty much a balanced structure there as far as Texas Lone Star goes. Very, shall we say, very
similar to Detroit City Fieldhouse.
Yeah, very communal all there. In fact, let's see, the lowest, out of the the lowest out of the top five has been 5 goals, but or no, 5 points total, 4 goals. But yeah, I mean, this is a team that, as you mentioned, they got it, they squeaked into a playoff position.
Yeah. To weekend, thanks to that victory over the Omaha Queens by the Demon Hawks last week. So,
Yes, and
but
they're
Iowa Kansas right now, Iowa will be a very tough out with that goal
oh,
scoring.
absolutely, absolutely, and we've had our history with them. Second game on the docket for tomorrow will be the Cincinnati Sirens taking on ICT Aztecs. That'll be taking place at 1 o'clock. And the Sirens, we're familiar with them. I think they were in our first season of indoor soccer. Period. In fact, they were part of that. They hosted the PASL tournament.
Yes, that was 2 seasons ago.
So their leading scorer is Michaela Woods with seven goals, 8 points on the year.
That's probably the top scorer with more than 5 goals. A lot of them,
Yeah, and you're not going to see a lot of it seems like another one of those balanced attacks. It seems like, you see 3 goals, 2 goals on there, and it doesn't look like, as far as their, I haven't really looked at how, as far as their opponents are concerned, but they did manage to win their division to get in here.
Yeah, they did.
So they managed to, and I believe isn't that
They
this?
finished second in the division
Oh, yeah,
behind.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, they finished. I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, they finished second behind Louisville Triumph in their division.
Uh-huh.
So, and of course, it's a very competitive division. You look at it. Top to bottom. You got teams like Columbus, obviously Louisville in there as well. So, and of course, the infamous Susserfuss.
That's
Out of Akron or whatever it is.
brother. Thank God we didn't face them. They would face on widespread mocking on the pregame show.
Well, Michaela Morgan, though, for ICT Aztecs has been on a tear. 23 points, 19 goals on the year. Dora Gallo second with 11 goals on there on the year as well. And their goalkeeper's pretty solid as well. Well, 8-0 on the year
Wow.
in 9 games played. So
That's going to be another tough out as
3.56 goals against their average.
Yeah. And you'll have to be there on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah. Yes. So, so we look at. Shall we look at FC Berlin taking on RPFC? We know about FC Berlin from the 2 games that we took. We played against them, and the second game ended up being. Well, what was it? The first game was Detroit City's first loss of the year, and that took place
rare
there.
loss.
Yeah,
A very rare loss. In about
Ellie Rowe getting a hat trick in that game. 27 goals on the year. She is the leading goal scorer in the in the MASLW. So and Samantha Murphy. Yeah, Samantha.
The first team.
Yep. Samantha Murphy with 16 points, 8 goals, 8 assists. That's one that RPFC Dallas has to contain is Allie Rowe.
Yeah. And let me tell you, the second half of the schedule on Friday is probably the best 2 games out of the entire bunch. You know what I mean?
Could be.
You got Dallas, you got Taylor Stuff with 19 goals. And don't forget Courtney Burnett, not Barnett, in goal. So this could be a barn burner.
This could be a very exciting game. It could be tight down the middle. To see how both these teams will play defensively, see how all these teams and all that stuff. I don't think you're going to expect many blowouts out of this group. Maybe from the first game, but after that,
maybe the second game.
Maybe the second game is. I don't know about the second game as much. I don't think that's going to be too much of a. And that might be that might be something where I think that might be a close one as well. So we shall see as far as that goes. And of course, the 7 o'clock game, third meeting of the year
The
between
rubber match.
between your Detroit City FC taking on the Louisville Triumph. Now they have Louisville as the 4 seed just on basis of they had a better record than Detroit City FC.
Yeah, slightly better record, all because of Emma Nicholson, the hometown kid, 13 goals. Don't forget Brianne Holman; she had 10 goals.
And the two teams played to identical, I believe, identical scores.
You're right. Well, considering both teams were similar, the first game we jumped to a 7-zip lead, literally. We hanged on for dear life. The second game was a more better game, and they hung on for the win. Although we didn't get the scores until who scored until 3 days later.
But needless to say, they were identical scores as I
You're
remember.
right. You're right.
They were both identical scores on the year. Let's see. I'm going to go back to Detroit City's thing in order to do that. So as I'm thinking, let's see. So yeah, they were both identical scores in the regular season and back to back games. Yeah, the first one was a 9-7 victory for Detroit City, and the second one was a 9-7 victory for Louisville Triumph.
Yeah, and the home crowd was a key factor.
Absolutely.
We had their home cooking with our Roger fans, and in Louisville, they had their home cooking fans, literally. So this is sort of like the rubber match.
And we're expecting a good crowd on hand tomorrow
Very
night.
good crowd, yeah.
For all the action tomorrow night. Now, of course, Detroit City in the bracket, they will face the winner of Iowa taking on now I have to go back.
Against the Dallas Lone Stars, which almost
Texas,
became the name
Texas,
of the NHL hockey team 20 years ago. Remember?
Yes,
Texas Dallas.
Texas Lone Star. They will face that. That semifinal. Should Detroit City end up moving on, will be played at 3 o'clock on Saturday, with the second semifinal being played at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and that could be, like I said, they wanted competition. Well, we got competition.
Yes, and we got lots of competition in this. So we got lots of competition as far as this goes. So it should be a fun time indeed. And of course, as I mentioned, you can see all the games on the Detroit City FC YouTube page
for free.
Yeah, for free, beginning at 10 a.m. Friday morning.
You're right. I'll be down there, hopefully.
Yep, and I will be down there as well, covering all the action from City Fieldhouse. We'll be there all weekend long with your post game thoughts as well. Look for after hours, maybe we might just do a little soccer night Detroit preview tomorrow night. Prior to the 7 o'clock clash between Detroit City and Louisville Triumph. Yeah, so anywho, we will talk to you tomorrow from the City Fieldhouse. Until then, folks, it's Stephen Hamtramck.
Have a nice day and be good, please.
All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow from the clubhouse. Until then, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the galaxy, and most of all, be good.